In this Ben Franklin exercise, you'll first hear a short conversation. Then there will be an in-depth analysis of the pronunciation. First, the conversation.
I love your necklace.
Thank you.
It's such a pretty design. May I ask where you got it?
Sure, I found it on Etsy. It's made by an artist in Canada. I think her Etsy site is called Canadian Craft.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out. It's really beautiful.
She has all kinds of funky stuff.
Excellent. I love your necklace.
What are our stressed syllables here?
I love your necklace. I love your necklace. I love your necklace.
Our verb and our noun. I love your necklace. Everything else, one of the valleys, leading up to or falling away from a peak of stress. I love. I love. This is a light L because it begins the word I love. I love your neck. Your, change direction here. It's a reduction. Say that quickly. Link the words together with it. I love your.
I love your. I love your. I love your necklace.
I love your necklace. Necklace. So we have the word lace as a part of this word, but it's not pronounced lace. It's pronounced less.
Necklace. Necklace. Necklace.
The unstressed syllable has the L, the I as in sit, and the S. Necklace. Less. Now this L is also a light L. Sometimes I get questions from people asking me, what about L's at in the middle of a word? So not at the beginning, not at the end. How do you know? So the rule is an L is a light L if it comes before the vowel or diphthong in a syllable. It's a dark L if it comes after the vowel or diphthong in a syllable. So it helps here to know that the syllable break happens between neck and lis. And so there we see, okay, the L comes at the beginning of that syllable before the vowel. So it's a light L. Necklace.
Necklace. Necklace. Necklace.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pretty big pitch change. Thank you. And pretty high. That shows more politeness, I would say. Just a little bit more positivity. Let's just listen to the difference between thank you and thank you. Thank you. It has less energy. It feels less positive, doesn't it? Thank, when you look it up in the dictionary, you'll see the a as in bat vowel, but as you know, when it's followed by that ng consonant, it is not a pure a vowel. It's more like a thay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And the K consonant linking right into the U diphthong, Q, Q, Q. It's almost like you would hear us saying the letter Q in there. Q. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's such a pretty design. May I ask where you got it?
He puts a break here, breaking up the thought groups. What are our stressed syllables in this sentence?
It's such a pretty design. It's such a pretty design. It's such a pretty design.
It's such a. Right away I hear, a peak of stress on such. It's such a. It's such a. Ending S, beginning S, those two words linked together with one S, and the letter A is the schwa. It's such a. It's such a.
It's such a. It's such a. It's such a pretty design.
It's such a pretty design. Peak of stress on pretty, our adjective, and design, our noun. Design. Pretty design. So these two words, they're both two-syllable words, but the stress is different. In the word pretty, it's on the first syllable, da-da. And on the word design, it's on the second syllable, da-da. Pretty design, da-da-da-da.
Pretty design. Pretty design. Pretty design.
Notice the letter S in design makes a Z sound. Also notice we have our flap T in pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty design.
Pretty design. Pretty design. Pretty design. May I ask where you got it?
May I ask where you got it? Ask, ga. Peaks of stress, but wait, not a peak. Pitch change. We're heading up because it's a yes-no question, And so that's why those peaks are actually scoops up. May I ask where you got it? Linking together really smoothly here we have the A diphthong in may, linking right into the I diphthong of I, linking into the A vowel of ask. So diphthong, vowel, all really smooth. May I ask? The voice engages the whole time. The energy carries forward. There are no breaks or stops.
May I ask? May I ask? May I ask where you got it?
Super, super, super light K. May I ask where you got it? Where you got? And then again, change in pitch. So usually the change in pitch is up, then down. But when we're heading up, it's down, then up. Got it? A flap T linking the two words and a stop T at the end. Got it?
Got it? Got it? Got it?
Sure.
Sure. Sure. Again, pretty big pitch change, pretty high pitch, just a friendly tone.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
This word sure has a couple different pronunciations. She's doing the SH, as in bird, vowel R combination. Sure. That's the pronunciation I use most of the time. You'll also hear sure and shore, but I like sure. Sure.
Sure. Sure. Sure. I found it on Etsy.
I found it on Etsy. So our verb, stressed, and a noun. I found it on Etsy. Da 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 da. Really smooth, everything connected. I right into F. I found it. The D linking right into the I as in sit vowel. I found it on flap T linking right into the next vowel. I found it on Etsy.
I found it on Etsy. I found it on Etsy. I found it on Etsy.
The word on can be pronounced with the aw as in law or the ah as in father. I feel like I'm hearing it more as the law vowel here, but said quickly because it's unstressed. I found it on Etsy.
I found it on Etsy. I found it on Etsy. I found it on Etsy. It's made by an artist in Canada.
Okay, now in this sentence, you tell me, you guess, you feel the stressed syllables.
It's made by an artist in Canada. It's made by an artist in Canada. It's made by an artist in Canada.
I'm feeling 3. Our verb, it's made by an artist, a noun, in Canada, and another noun. The other 3 words, faster, leading up to, or falling away from that peak.
It's made by an artist in Canada. It's made by an artist in Canada. It's made by an artist in Canada.
Also the other syllables in those stressed words. So we have it's made by. It's made by. 3 one-syllable words. Notice the D is not released. It's made by. But I'm making that D sound in my vocal cords with the tongue in position. It's made by. It's made by an artist. Schwa N for our article. And that N links right into the vowel, an artist.
It's made by an artist. It's made by an artist. It's made by an artist.
Ah as in father, followed by R. Now, when ah is followed by R in the same syllable, like here, R. Sometimes students don't make a very good vowel before the R. R, R, R. You do want some jaw drop for that vowel. R. Leave your tongue tip forward. Artist. Now, this T, what is happening? It's a flap T. Why? It's a flap T because it follows the rule after an R before a vowel or diphthong. Artist. Artist.
Artist. Artist. Artist in Canada.
Artistan. Artistan. Super light T linking into the I as in sit vowel. Artist in Canada. Canada.
Artist in Canada. Artist in Canada. Artist in Canada.
So in the word Canada, we start out with our stressed syllable. We have the A as in bat vowel, but it's followed by N, so that's not pure. A, can. But can, air. Let the back of your tongue relax, sort of like the as in butter vowel in between there. Can, Canada. And both of the other two syllables have the schwa. So not as in father, not as in bat, but ura, ura. And you flap your tongue there for that D. The D between vowels is a flap, just like the T between vowels. Ura. Canada. Can. Ura. Canada.
Canada. Canada. Canada. I think her Etsy site is called Canadian Craft.
I think your Etsy site, think getting pretty high there. It's said pretty quickly, but still has that change of pitch. I think your Etsy site, a little bit on Etsy, a little bit on site, is called Canay, but then much clearer peak of stress on the name of her site, Canadian Craft.
I think her Etsy site is called Canadian Craft. I think her Etsy site is called Canadian Craft. I think her Etsy site is called Canadian Craft.
I think her Etsy site, I'm trying to decide if I think I hear an H here or if I think it's dropped. Dropping the H would be really common. But I do think I hear it so lightly. I'm going to put it in parentheses because you could say thinker. I think her Etsy site. But if you do it, then just make it really light. Not much of that H at all. I think her. I think her Etsy site is called.
I think her Etsy site is called. I think her Etsy site is called. I think her Etsy site is called.
I think her Etsy. R right into the E vowel. Etsy site is flap T linking because we have the I diphthong on one side of the T and the I vowel on the other side. Site is called. Now here we do have a dark L because it comes after the vowel or diphthong in that syllable. So we would write that K, Oz and father, L, D. So all of those letters, still just one syllable, called, and the L comes after the vowel or diphthong, so it's a dark L. You do not need to lift your tongue tip for that. Call, tongue tip down, and then the D. Called. Called
Canadian Craft.
Now, we've switched from Canada, our noun, to Canadian, an adjective, and some things have changed. As a noun, it was first syllable stress, Canada. Now we have Canay, second syllable stress. So the first syllable has the schwa, Canay, stress on the second syllable. Canay, Canadian. So 4 syllables, our noun, 3 syllables, first syllable stress, can, Canada, Canadian.
Canadian Craft.
And craft, that has the A as in bat vowel, craft. Now, it's not followed by the N. It is pure. It's followed by F, so it's A, craft. Whereas here, not pure because of being followed by the N. Can, craft, Canadian craft.
Canadian Craft. Canadian Craft. Canadian Craft.
And we do release that true T. That is generally what we do when it ends in a cluster and it's the end of a thought group.
Craft.
Oh, cool.
2 separate up-down shapes of stress. Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
I'll check it out. I'm going to give that just 1 peak of stress, and it's on the second part of the phrasal verb. I'll check it out. And then it comes down in pitch. Stop T at the end. I'll sounds more like all. I'll check it. I'll check it. Ending K sound links into the I vowel. I'll check it out. And a flap T to link the I and the ow diphthong. I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Now here again, dark L comes at the end of the vowel or diphthong, at the end of the syllable after the vowel or diphthong. Don't lift your tongue tip. Simplify. All. Just try to make that sound. Imitate that sound. Don't even think about your mouth position right now. Let's just play it, say it. I'll do it 6 times. I say it, you say it. All. Great. I'll check it out.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. It's really beautiful.
It's really beautiful. Okay, he's done a great reduction here where he's dropped the vowel in its. That happens sometimes. It can happen with its, let's, even just, sometimes even that's. Just the TS consonant linking onto the next word. It's really beautiful.
It's
really beautiful. 2 stressed syllables there. It's really. He's pronouncing really with the I vowel. It's really. You'll hear this word with a few different pronunciations. You could hear really, or really, or in this case, really. He does it with the L consonant E vowel in its own syllable. So that's a light L. You can lift your tongue tip. You should lift your tongue tip. Really. La 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 la. Light L. It's really
beautiful.
It's really beautiful. And we have a flap T, and we end in an L. What does that mean? That means dark L. Don't lift your tongue tip. It's the end of the thought group. Beautiful.
She has all kinds of funky stuff.
We're starting higher. She has all kinds of funky stuff. 3 stressed syllables then, kinds. Fun stuff. The H, very light, but I don't think I would call it dropped. She has all kinds of. Now, kinds, I would say that D is dropped. Pretty common to drop the D after an N followed by another consonant. Kinds becomes kinds.
She has all kinds of funky stuff.
Kinds of funky. So the light Z in kinds linking into the schwa V. Now the V followed by an F gets taken over, I would say. Just think of it as turning into an F, a funky. Or of the schwa linking into the F. Kinds of funky. Okay, so funky, we have F consonant, as in butter. NG consonant, K, E vowel, funky. So the N followed by K, often that sound will not be N but rather NG. Funky stuff.
Kinds of funky stuff.
Actually, stuff also has the as in butter vowel, just like funky. Funky stuff. Funky stuff.
Excellent.
Da. Clear first syllable stress. Excellent. And then the rest of the word falls in pitch below that. The letter X makes the KS cluster here. So it's not excellent, but excellent. You know, the syllable break actually comes between K and S. I've always found that interesting. So we have our stress syllable excellent. And he's making that a stop T. Excellent. Notice the L here. It's in the middle of the word, but it's at the beginning of the syllable before the vowel. So it's a light L. Excellent. Let's listen to the whole conversation one more time.
I love your necklace.
Thank you.
It's such a pretty design. May I ask where you got it?
Sure, I found it on Etsy. It's made by an artist in Canada. I think her Etsy site is called Canadian Craft.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out. It's really beautiful.
She has all kinds of funky stuff.
Excellent.
In this Ben Franklin exercise, you'll first hear a short conversation. Then there will be an in-depth analysis of the pronunciation. First, the conversation.
Hi, my name's Flora. I was in the audience during your talk. I just wanted to thank you. I really appreciated what you said.
Thanks. I'm happy to hear that.
I enjoyed all your travel stories. I feel so inspired to go see the world.
That's great. Do it.
It was also very funny. I laughed a lot. Well done.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Flora.
Hi, my name's Flora. So, hi, the greeting. We have stress there. And then also on the name, Flora. First syllable stress there. Hi. This is a little bit higher, and the name is towards the end. My name is becomes my name's. They're not as stressed and they're more simple, aren't they? My name's
Flora. I was in the audience during your talk.
Okay, a sentence with quite a few words, but not that many syllables that are stressed. Listen to it and figure out, what do you think are the stressed syllables?
I was in the audience during your talk. I was in the audience during your talk. I was in the audience during your talk.
I was in the audience. Aw, the stressed syllable of audience, the first syllable. I was in the audience during your talk. I really only hear two stressed syllables among all those words. I was in the. All said really quickly. Let's listen to just those four words.
I was in the. I was in the. I was in the.
I was in the. I was in the. I was in the. So fast. I was in the. Now, the reason why this is the instead of the is because the next word begins with a vowel, aw, audience. And that's the rule. If the next word begins with a vowel or a diphthong, this will be pronounced the. If it begins with a consonant sound, it will be pronounced the. However, I've noticed Americans don't follow this rule too closely. In this case, she is. So I was in the becomes I was in the. You almost don't even hear a vowel in or was. So fast. See if you can simplify and say those four words that quickly.
I was in the audience during your talk.
During your talk. So we have aw, d, ins, 2 unstressed syllables during your, 3 more unstressed syllables. The word your reduces its your. And during, I think I would even write that with a schwa. Dur, dur, during, 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 during your. I can do that almost without moving my lips at all. During your. Actually, I can do it without moving my lips at all. Just my tongue, minimal movement. It's not that clear, is it? That's okay. That's what we do with unstressed syllables. During your talk.
During your talk. During your talk. During your talk.
The word talk stressed has a true T to begin it. During your talk. That L is silent. Talk.
Talk. Talk. Talk. I just wanted to thank you.
I just wanted to thank you. Stress on thank. Thank you. And the other words, not that clear, not really stressed. I just wanted to. I just wanted to. How many of those T's do we hear as a true T? Let's listen.
I just wanted to.
0 of them. None of these T's are pronounced as a true T. Actually, they're dropped. So just wanted, really common to drop that T when the next word begins with a consonant sound like it is here. I just wanted, what? This T also dropped? Yep. Common to drop that T after an N before a vowel or diphthong. And in the word wanted, it's a prime example. Wanted. You listen to 100 Americans say that word, I would say 95 to 99 would drop that T. Wanted. Now, what's happening to this T? Okay, the word to, unstressed, less important. It's not uncommon when the word before ends in a D to just drop it. Wanted. So we have 3 T's there. They are all dropped. And they're all following rules that we know. T between consonants, T after an N, T in the word to after a word that ends with a D sound. Wanted to. I just wanted to
thank you.
I just wanted to thank you. And then up, down shape on thank. This word in IPA, a as in bat vowel, but it's not pure because it's followed by an NG sound. And that makes it tha instead of that a vowel, makes it more of an a diphthong. So it's not a, thank, but it's thay, a, thank. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciated what you said.
I really appreciated what you said. 3 stressed syllables, all this beautiful up-down line of speech. I really appreciated what you... And then a little bit on said. Said is stressed, but at the end of a sentence, it usually has less of that up-down shape, less of that volume than a stressed syllable at the beginning.
I really appreciated what you said. I really appreciated.
Make sure you have that smoothness and that clear change in pitch.
I really appreciated.
This word really has a couple different pronunciations. Really is not very common. She's pronouncing it, I would say, R consonant, I as in sit, and then Li. Sometimes this sounds more like an E sound as well. Really. I would say this is a little bit more really. But just 2 syllables. I really, and that E vowel links really smoothly into the schwa. No break there. Sometimes linking 2 vowel or diphthong sounds can be tricky because it sounds too slippy, slidey, too unclear. But that's actually what we want. Really appreciated. Appreciated, shh. The letter C there making the SH sound. I really appreciated.
I really appreciated. I really appreciated. I really appreciated.
Now here, ed ending, just like up here, wanted is I as in sit, D. And that makes this T a flap T because it comes between two vowel or diphthong sounds. Appreciated.
Appreciated. Appreciated. Appreciated what you said.
What you. Flatter, not that up-down shape of stress. Stop T. What you said.
What you said. What you said. What you said.
Two ending Ds, one at the end of a sentence, the other followed by a consonant. In both of those cases, we usually don't release the T. We just vibrate the vocal cords quickly. Appreciated. And then go right into the consonant. Appreciated what you said. Said. Such a quick little vibration of the vocal cords there before the sound stops.
They appreciated what you said. They appreciated what you said. They appreciated what you said.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks. Friendly, up, down, shape of stress, a little bit higher, shows like a happy, friendly tone. Thanks. Thanks. And again, it's not ah, it's more like the A diphthong. Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks. I'm happy to hear that.
I'm happy to hear that. Happy to, a little bit of shape of stress there. I'm happy to hear that. And then more on here. We don't hear the diphthong at all there, just the M consonant linking into the next word. I'm happy. I'm happy to, da. Flap T for that word to, flap T plus the schwa. And that's because the T comes between two vowel or diphthong sounds. Pretty common to do that with the T when the word before is a vowel or diphthong. Here it's the E vowel. Happy to hear that.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that.
Stop T at the end of that, not released, just like the previous sentence with the word said, where the D was not released. Let's talk quickly about the word here. This is another vowel, just like thanks, that's changed by the consonant after, in this case, the NG consonant. Here it's the R that changes it. You look it up in the dictionary, you'll see I as in sit, and then the R sound, schwa R sound. And that changes that I vowel to more of an E sound. So it's not he, hair, but here, hear that.
Hear that. Hear that. Hear that.
I'm happy to hear that. Oops, don't put in that last thing I said because I said too much of the I'm. Hear that.
Hear that. Hear that. Hear that.
I enjoyed all your travel stories.
I enjoyed all your. Enjoy, the syllable there, our verb stressed. I enjoyed all your, and then our noun, what? What did she enjoy? Travel stories. And again, we have more clearly stressed words towards the beginning of the sentence. And then towards the end, we do have stressed syllables, but they're a little bit less stressed than earlier in the sentence. I enjoyed.
I enjoyed all your travel stories. I enjoyed all your travel stories. I enjoyed all your travel stories.
I enjoyed. The I diphthong linking really smoothly into that beginning vowel. Officially, the E as in bed, though I think you'll probably also hear some Americans do I as in sit. But the stress syllable joyed, the oi diphthong. I enjoyed all your. All and your, less clear. The word your reduces to schwa R. Why schwa R? So R takes over schwa, and it really just sounds like two sounds. Y, your. All your.
All your travel stories.
Travel stories. This is a case where TR clusters, where it's common to change that T into a CH, so it sounds more like CHR. I think she is doing a light CH here. Travel stories.
Travel stories. Travel stories. Travel stories.
Be careful here. We have the schwa L Travel. Just think of that as being a single dark sound. Don't lift your tongue tip for it. Travel. Travel. Travel stories.
Travel stories. Travel stories. Travel stories.
Stories in our stressed syllable, we have awe as in law, but the R changes that. So it's not a pure law, but it's stole. More lip rounding, and the whole tongue shifts back just slightly. Stole. Try to match that sound. Stole. Stories. Stories.
Stories. Stories. Stories. I feel so inspired to go see the world.
I feel so inspired. So a little bit of stress here on our verb, but so much more on inspired. The I diphthong there. I feel so inspired to go see the world.
I feel so inspired to go see the world. I feel so inspired to go see the world. I feel so inspired to go see the world.
To go see the world, a little bit of stress on see, and then also world. I feel so inspired.
I feel so inspired to go see the world. I feel so inspired to go see the world. I feel so inspired to go see the world.
Smoothly connected, we have another dark L here. I feel so. Don't lift your tongue tip there. Native speakers won't. Feel so. Feel. Just that dark sound before the S, and you do not need to lift your tongue tip for it. Here we had dark L followed by S. Here also. Uls. Feels. Feel so. Feel so. I feel so inspired.
I feel so inspired. I feel so inspired. I feel so inspired.
The ED ending in inspired is a D sound, and it's pretty common when a word that ends in a D is followed by two to drop the T and just attach the schwa to the word before. So it's inspired to, inspired to, inspired to go see. So it's not two, but it's inspired to go see.
Inspired to go see. Inspired to go see. Inspired to go see the world.
See the world. Da, da, da. The word the here, next word begins with a consonant, so that's going to be the schwa. See the world. World. I know this is a tricky one. We've got W consonant, as in bird, vowel, consonant combination, then a dark L, and the D. Let's break it down. Were. So combine these into one sound. Don't try to make another vowel. It's just W-R. Whirl. Then the tongue, which is lifted up a bit in the front, up and back, goes to being down for the dark L. Whirl. Earl. Bring it down flat, and the back part of the tongue pushes down and back a little bit for the dark L. World. World.
The world. The world. The world.
That's great.
That's great. Great. Our stress on the second word there, the word that's just leading up to it, that's great. And then the change in direction lets us know that's our stressed syllable. Stop T at the end, not released. The word that's not too clear. That's. I would say that my tongue tip comes through the teeth when I'm imitating that. And that is a sound that we sometimes drop in this word. It's great. It's. I don't think he's completely dropping it, but it's not th. The tongue tip just presses so quickly against the back of the teeth. That's. And that gives us a feel of that unstressed voiced TH. That's great.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Do it.
Do it. Again, very smooth connection. We have two vowels linking together, the oo vowel and the I as in sit vowel. Do it. And it can help link those two sounds to think of a W between. Do it. And do is our stress word, and it unstressed coming on the way down. Stop T. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
It was also very funny.
It was also very funny. It was also our stress syllable on all, also there. A peak of stress. It was leading up. It was also very funny. And then stress on the as in butter vowel. It was so fast, so simple. Stop T. I would write was with a schwa. It was.
It was also very funny.
You know, now that I'm listening to it more, I'm going to say it's not a stop T. I'm going to say it's actually just dropped. It was no sense of a break or a stop there, just the I as in sit vowel before the consonant. It was also very funny.
It was also very funny. It was also very funny. It was also very funny.
Also, what do you think I'm going to say about this L? Also. Do you hear a dark sound? Don't say this. Ah, la, 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 with the tongue tip. Make that a dark L. Back of the tongue. Do not lift the tip. Also. Also.
It was also very funny. I laughed a lot.
I laughed a lot. Laughed. A lot of letters there, but it's just one syllable. I laughed a lot. And then lot also stressed. So the ED ending here, that's a T sound because the sound before was an unvoiced consonant, and that would be the F consonant. So we have L consonant, A as in bat, vowel, F, laugh. ED ending adds a T, laughed. Laughed a lot. And that T releases into the schwa, laughed a lot. Stop T at the end. Now here, we have a light L because it comes before the vowel or diphthong in the syllable. So you can lift your tongue tip for that. Actually, here as well. 2 light L's in a row. They're beginning the words. I, la, 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 la. Tip of the tongue. I laughed a lot. La, 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 la. Light L's.
I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot. Well done.
But let's look ahead. L at the end of a word, that's going to be a dark L. Next word begins with a consonant. If it was a vowel, I might say, you might lift your tongue tip, but no, when the next sound is a consonant, we don't. Well, so listen for that dark sound.
I laughed a lot. Well done. I laughed a lot. Well done. I laughed a lot. Well done.
Well done. Well done. Quick, dark sound before the D. Well done. Well done.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
And our stress there is on well. Well done. Well done.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank is the stressed word in that 2-word phrase. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And the word you just comes as the voice falls down in pitch, down in energy, down in volume.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's listen to this whole conversation one more time.
Hi, my name's Flora. I was in the audience during your talk. I just wanted to thank you. I really appreciated what you said.
Thanks. I'm happy to hear that.
I enjoyed all your travel stories. I feel so inspired to go see the world.
That's great. Do it.
It was also very funny. I laughed a lot. Well done.
Thank you.
In this Ben Franklin exercise, you'll first hear a short conversation. Then there will be an in-depth analysis of the pronunciation. First, the conversation.
Hey, did you see the latest Marvel movie?
Absolutely. I pre-ordered my tickets to make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
I should have known. You really are a super fan.
I am. It's true. I have to say it lived up to the hype.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I'm going to see it again on Sunday. It might be the best movie I've ever seen.
Wow, high praise. Hey, did you see the latest Marvel movie?
Hey, hey, hey. Just a quick up-down shape of stress for that first word. Hey, hey.
Hey, 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 did you see the latest Marvel movie?
Did you? So we have stress on you, a peak of stress. Did you see the latest? Now, do you hear a J sound here? Did you?
Did you? Did you? Did you?
Did you? Did you? Did you? I definitely do. So those two sounds combining to make a J sound written in IPA with two symbols. Did you? Did you? And this is a pretty common way to pronounce a word that ends in a D when the next word is you or your.
Did you? Did you? Did you see the latest Marvel movie?
So we have you stressed and then mar and moo. So this is a yes/no question. So Marvel movie. Both of the shapes of stress for these stressed syllables go down and up instead of up and down. That's what happens when the intonation is on the way up. So you, peak of stress, goes up then down, and the other two down then up. See the latest. Not stressed, just part of the downward shape of stress coming down after that peak on you, before the direction turns on mar.
Did you see the latest Marvel movie? Did you see the latest Marvel movie? Did you see the latest Marvel movie?
Did you see the latest latest? We have two T's there. The first one, a flap T, comes between two vowels. The second one, dropped, comes between two consonants. The latest latest.
The latest Marvel movie? The latest Marvel movie? The latest Marvel movie?
Marvel, this brand, this franchise, unstressed second syllable, and that ending L is a dark L. A dark L at the end of a word is always going to be a dark L, and we generally don't lift our tongue tip for that. Definitely we don't lift it if the next sound is a consonant, like it is here. So Marvel, that dark sound is made with the back of the tongue. Tongue tip down, back of the tongue presses down and back a little bit. Marvel. Marvel movie?
Marvel movie? Marvel movie? Marvel movie?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And his intonation goes up a little bit at the end. He's going to keep talking about it. He's excited about this. And he makes it extra stressed by slowing the word down a little bit. It's not just like, yes, I did, but it's absolutely. So much energy. This guy loves Marvel movies.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is a 4-syllable word with stress on the third syllable. Absolutely. Lootly. And that's a stop T. So a T is a stop T when the next sound is a consonant. The next letter is E, and that's a vowel as far as letters go, but it's not a sound. Absolutely. In this word, the letter E is silent. There's no sound for it. So after the T sound, we have the L, and that is a consonant, so that T is a stop T. Absolutely. Lootly. Lootly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And both of these L's are light L's. You do lift your tongue tip for those. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely. I pre-ordered my tickets to make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
Quite a few stressed syllables here. I pre-ordered my tickets. So pre-order, that means you order it before it's even available. I pre-ordered my tickets. So putting stress on pre, and that's the E vowel, and also on the I vowel, tickets. I pre-ordered my tickets.
I pre-ordered my tickets. I pre-ordered my tickets. I pre-ordered my tickets to make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
Tickets to make sure I'd have a. Then we have quite a few words in a row that are less stress before we have another stress. To make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
To make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered. To make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered. To make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
I know the word order can be tricky, or so we have an R consonant, then the D, then schwa R, which is just an R. So hold out an R, and then think of flapping your tongue in the middle of that. And that's how we make the RDR. This is a flap, this D. So just like the T, the D is a flap if it comes after a vowel or the R consonant, and then before another vowel or diphthong. So it comes after an R, before schwa R. A T in this case would be a flap, and so is a D. Pre-order. I pre-ordered my. Now let's talk about our ED endings. We have one here and we have one here. So both of these are pronounced as a single D sound at the end. And that's because of the sound before. So after an R, an ED ending is a D sound. Pre-ordered my, ordered my. So you hear the vocal cords vibrating for that D, but there's no D. Stop and release feel. That's because the next sound is a consonant. So we just go right into the next sound, or here it's the end of a phrase, end of a thought group. Again, we don't release D, an escape of air. We just make the D sound with our vocal cords vibrating and our tongue in position for the D. I pre-ordered my tickets.
I pre-ordered my tickets. I pre-ordered my tickets. I pre-ordered my tickets to make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
To make sure I'd have a, to make sure I'd have a, to make sure I'd have a. So all of those, actually also the unstressed syllable here, kids to make sure I'd have a, are all a little flatter. The word to, reduce, we do have a true T there, but the vowel is the schwa. So usually this will be a true T if the sound before is unvoiced. The S sound is unvoiced, so that's a true T. Tickets to, tickets to.
Tickets to, tickets to. Tickets to make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
Tickets to make sure I'd have a. Again, we have an ending D sound here. It's not I'd have, I'd, d. It's not released, but the vocal cords do vibrate to make that D sound between the I diphthong and the H consonant. I'd have a, I'd have a, I'd have a, I'd have a.
I'd have a, I'd have a, I'd have a.
So the D is a stop consonant. The K, also a stop consonant. And usually with an ending K, when the next word begins with a consonant, like it does here, we don't release that either. So it's not make sure, make sure. There's not that escape. Make sure, make sure. Do you hear that little lift? The back of my tongue is touching my soft palate. That's the position. But then rather than releasing the air with an escape, I just go right into the SH sound. I think I might have called this an S. The letter is S. It's making the SH sound. Now this word has a couple different pronunciations, and here he's pronouncing it with the as in bird vowel R combination. So it's make sure, make sure, make sure. It's not the same as the K being dropped. May sure, may sure, may sure. That glides together a little bit more smoothly. There's just a little lift, and that's what our ears hear as the stop. As the K. Make sure, make sure, make sure.
To make sure I'd have a seat.
Make sure I'd have a seat. I'd have the letter A, just the schwa linking the words together. V right into schwa with no break, and that's right into S with no break. Now here we have an ending T. Next word begins with a consonant. That's a stop T. So it's not seat when, but seat when, seat when, seat when.
Seat when it premiered.
When it premiered. So when and it both unstressed. It has an ending T followed by a consonant. That's another stop. They link together with the N. And I'm going to go ahead and write this in IPA with the W, schwa, N. So it's not when. It doesn't have that full as in bed vowel with the up-down shape of stress. It's when. It's unstressed. It's flatter. When it premiered.
When it premiered. When it premiered. When it premiered.
Premiered. So the first syllable, unstressed, I as in sit vowel, you could also think of that as being a schwa. I do want to talk a second about the stressed syllable. That would be written in IPA with the I as in sit vowel and then schwa R. When I is followed by schwa R, it changes. It's no longer I. It really has a feel more like E. So it's not premiered, but premiere, ear, premiered. Premiered.
Premiered. Premiered. Premiered.
I should have known.
Yeah, I should have known. Should have, pronounced shoulda. That's a pretty common way to pronounce those two words together. Now, sometimes you'll even see it written out this way, shoulda. But that's not the letter A. It's not shoulda, but it's just the schwa. The whole word have is reduced to just the schwa. H is dropped. V is dropped. Vowel changes. Shoulda, shoulda. And of course, the L in should is never pronounced. I should have known.
I should have known. I should have known. I should have known.
And she holds out the word I. It's friendly. I should have known. And then up, down, shape of stress on known as well. Linked together so smoothly. I should have known.
I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. You really are a super fan.
Let's listen to this phrase, and I want to see if you can sense the stressed syllables. You'll hear it looped 3 times.
You really are a super fan. You really are a super fan. You really are a super fan.
You really. Do you hear that? Change of pitch. You really. So first syllable there, stressed. You really are a super fan. And then a little bit on fan, but the whole energy is going down in general. So a little bit on Sue, maybe a little bit on fan, most of it on real. And everything else, either leading up to stress or falling away from it. You really are a super fan. And linked together smoothly with no breaks.
You really are a super fan. You really are a super fan. You really are a super fan.
The word fan, F consonant, A as in bat, vowel, N. A, N, never a pure A if it's in the same syllable. Always has a as in butter feel between that, transitioning. Fair. Also, the first half of it, A, isn't A. It's not quite as pure. It doesn't have quite as much lift in the back of the tongue. Fan, 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 air,
fan, fan, fan.
I am. It's true.
I am. It's true. 2 sentences with the same stress feel, and that's second syllable stress. I am. Little 2-syllable phrase. It's true. 2-syllable phrase. And they link together so smoothly. I am. We have the I diphthong linking into the A vowel. Now here it's A plus M, just like A plus N, not pure. These nasal consonants affect A. So again, it's almost like an as in butter vowel in there. Now these 2 words glide together really smoothly. It can feel like you go through the letter, the sound Y. I am. I am. I am.
I am. I am. I am. It's true.
It's true. It's true. TR cluster often has a feel of a light CH and an R. True. True. That can make it a little easier to pronounce, I think.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I have to say, it lived up to the hype.
I have to say, two up down shapes of stress there. I have to say,
I have to say it. I have to say it. I have to say it.
have to. These words go together pretty frequently, and when they do, usually, almost always, this V sound has more of an F feel, and that pairs unvoiced with the unvoiced T of two. I have to. I have to.
I have to. I have to. I have to say it.
And that's what I feel there. I have to say. Not really a V, more of a super quick F, and then, of course, the vowel in two does reduce. It's the schwa. I have to say. I also want to point out the H here could be dropped. I have to say. I have to say. He doesn't do that, but it is another common pronunciation in this phrase.
I have to say it. I have to say it. I have to say it lived up to the hype.
It lived up to the hype. It lived up. Lived up. Phrasal verb. Stress on the second word of that phrasal verb. It lived up to the hype. And then on hype, writing that a little bit messy there. It's just one syllable, but another stressed word.
It lived up to the hype. It lived up to the hype. It lived up to the hype.
It lived up. The T there in it, not fully pronounced. It's a stop consonant. It's not released. It lived. This L is a light L. An L that starts a word will always be a light L. So you do lift your tongue tip for that. Keep it simple. Keep it la 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 la, light, not a whole lot of contact between the tongue and the roof of the mouth. Our ED ending here, after a V, that's pronounced as a D, and I do hear that D releasing right into the as in butter vowel. Lived up, dup, dup, lived up.
It lived up. It lived up. It lived up to the hype.
Lived up to, up, up. Nope, not released. P is another stop consonant. So a stop P, then the next sound, we have the word to. This can be pronounced with a true T or a flap T. Usually when the sound before is an unvoiced sound, then the T is unvoiced and it's a T. Unvoiced P, you think unvoiced here, but it's actually, he does make it more of a voiced sound, more of a D. Up to, up to, up to, up to the, up to the. Up to the hype.
Up to the hype. Up to the hype. Up to the hype.
And the vowel here, of course, as is so common, reduced to the schwa. Up to the, up to the, up to the, up to the, up to the. And these two words, unstressed, said very quickly, very simply. The TH in the is voiced. When an unstressed word starts with the voiced TH, it's pretty common to make that without the tongue tip coming through. Up to the. My tongue tip there is just touching the backs of the teeth. Up to the, up to the, up to the hype.
Up to the hype. Up to the hype. Up to the hype.
Hype, H consonant. The letter Y there is the I as in by diphthong. And we have a P. That's a stop consonant. Let's see if he releases it.
Hype. Hype. Hype.
Nope, I don't hear p. I just hear hype, hype, hype. Stop consonant unreleased.
Hype. Hype. Hype.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really clear, down, up, questioning intonation. Oh, really? It was a good movie?
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really stressing O, the O diphthong, and the word yeah just comes in as the pitch goes down, smoothly falling away. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to see it again on Sunday.
What are our most stressed syllables in this phrase?
I'm going to see it again on Sunday. I'm going to see it again on Sunday. I'm going to see it again on Sunday.
I'm going to see it again. You know, I am going to, those all have an unstressed feel. I'm gonna see it again on Sunday. They're sort of all just running towards this stressed syllable C. I'm gonna. Going to, of course, becoming gonna. I'm gonna. How quickly can you do that?
I'm gonna. I'm going to see it again on Sunday.
See it, see it. So the E vowel of see links really smoothly into the I vowel of sit. See it. Then a flap T links these two words together. That's the rule when it comes between two vowel or diphthong sounds. Here it's between I as in sit and the schwa. See it, see it.
See it, see it, see it again on Sunday.
See it again. And then another stressed syllable with the E as in bed vowel again on. And everything links together really smoothly. No breaks here.
See it again on Sunday. See it again on Sunday. See it again on Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday. And a little bit of that up-down shape of stress on our vowel. Sunday. Of the word Sunday. Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday. Sunday. It might be the best movie I've ever seen.
It might be the best movie. So we have that change of pitch. It might be on the word might. It's still said pretty quickly, but that pitch change lets me know this is also stressed. It might be the. So 4 words, only 1 stressed. And we have 2 stop T's there because the next words begin with a consonant. It might be the. It might be the. Think of that as a single word. It might be the, and try it with me now, repeating. It might be the. It might be the. It might be the.
It might be the. It might be the. It might be the best movie I've ever seen.
Then we have more stressed syllables. Best movie I've ever seen. So 3 more stressed syllables. He holds on to the B just a little bit. The best, that gives that more stress.
The best movie I've ever seen. The best movie I've ever seen. The best movie I've ever seen.
Best movie. So even though both of these words are stressed, we still have a reduction. What? The T is dropped. Ending T cluster, ST, CT, followed by a consonant, almost always going to drop that T. So best movie becomes best movie, best movie.
The best movie, the best movie, the best movie I've ever seen.
Best movie I've ever. Then we have 3 unstressed, actually 4 unstressed syllables in a row. V I've ever, V I've ever. Ooh, I hope you like your V because we've got 3 of them in a row here, don't we? V I've ever, V I've ever, movie I've ever, movie I've ever. And then a little bit slower up, down shape on scene. Movie I've ever seen.
Movie I've ever seen. Movie I've ever seen. Movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Again, stressed extra by holding out that first consonant a little bit, just like here. Wow. Up, down shape of stress.
Wow. 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 High praise.
High praise. Both of these words are stressed. They're both a little bit longer with the up, down shape. High praise. But they are connected. They don't feel separate at all. High praise. High praise. The word praise ends in a Z sound. The letter S here is a Z. That ending is weak, so it's not praise and it's not praise. It's not a strong Z or a strong S, but the weak ending Z actually sounds like a pretty weak S. High praise. I'm not even sure if my mic is picking that up, but it's a very soft, weak S with very little air in it. Praise, praise.
High praise. High praise. High praise.
Let's listen to this whole conversation one more time.
Hey, did you see the latest Marvel movie?
Absolutely. I pre-ordered my tickets to make sure I'd have a seat when it premiered.
I should have known. You really are a super fan.
I am. It's true. I have to say it lived up to the hype.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I'm going to see it again on Sunday. It might be the best movie I've ever seen.
Wow. High praise.
In this Ben Franklin exercise, you'll first hear a short conversation. Then there will be an in-depth analysis of the pronunciation. First, the conversation.
I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend.
Good call.
I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase that is just books, toys, etc.
Sounds good.
And then a box of diapers, wipes, bibs, sippy cup. Am I forgetting anything?
Baby monitor.
Right. Okay, then I guess it's just clothes and any beach stuff, like the umbrella and chairs.
We're going to need a bigger car.
No kidding. I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend.
So this is all one longer thought group. What do you hear as the most stressed syllables?
I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend. I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend. I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend.
I want to get a head start on packing. So already there, I'm feeling 4 stressed syllables. I want to get a head start on packing. And then even 2 more before we leave this weekend. So notice the overall feel of this phrase is going down. So we have these up-down shapes of stress, but in this particular phrase, the one at the beginning is the highest, has the most energy, volume, highest pitch, and then towards the end, it's less, though it's still a little up-down shape like that.
I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend. I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend. I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend.
Want to is reduced to wanna. Even so, it's stressed. Wanna.
I want to. I
wanna get a. So the unstressed syllable of wanna, which is just the schwa. And then we have get linking with a flap T, becoming getta. So here we have to get pronounced a getta. Very simple, very subtle, and you just reduce those mouth movements as much as you can. A getta. I want to get a. I want to get a.
I want to get a head start.
Then we have 2 stressed words in a row, head start, and they both have that up-down shape of stress, head start. The D in head, this is unreleased, so it's a stop consonant, D, where we have a stop of air and a release, and you can hear that vibration of my vocal cords when the tongue is up in position. So even though we don't release it, with an escape of air, we do still hear that vocal sound. Head. It's short, it's subtle, and I hope the microphone here is picking that up, but we do need that sound. Head start.
A head start on packing.
How is the final T in start pronounced?
Start on.
Start on. Da, 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 da. That's a flap T because it comes after an R before a vowel. Start on. Da, 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 start on.
Start on packing before we leave this weekend.
Packing before we leave this weekend. So before, it does have a stressed syllable. Any word that's more than 1 syllable has a stressed syllable, but it doesn't necessarily feel very stressed here compared to other words.
Packing before we leave this weekend. Packing before we leave. Packing before we leave. See if you can make that quick, flat, a little subtle. Before we leave this weekend. Leave this weekend. So the V ending consonant here, it's weak, it's not very strong, it's very subtle before the TH.
Leave this, leave this, leave this weekend.
Leave this weekend. Leave this weekend. Leave this weekend.
And a super light, subtle D. Sometimes native speakers even drop this D. Weekend or weekend, 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 weekend.
Weekend. Weekend. Weekend.
Good call.
Good call. So I feel good as being stressed and call unstressed. Coming down in pitch, it doesn't have its own up-down shape of stress. Good call. The letters O here make the vowel like in push. And again, we have a D here. It's not released. We vibrate the vocal cords, but then go right into the K sound. Good call. So there's no release like that between the two words.
Good call. Good call. Good call.
And call ends in a dark L. We'd write that in IPA. K consonant, aw as in law, dark L. Dark L does affect that consonant, that vowel. We just round the lips a little bit more than we probably would, and the tongue shifts back a little bit more. It's a little bit of a darker vowel sound. Call. Call. Oh, oh, oh. And then we end with oh, 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 oh. That dark L sound, tongue tip down, back of the tongue doing the work, pressing down and back a little bit. Call. Good call.
Good call. Good call. Good call.
I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase that is just books, toys, etc.
Okay, so one longer thought group, and I notice it goes up in pitch at the end, etc. So our stress syllable is the second one there, etc. And it goes up because he's listing things that they need for their trip, and I don't think he's done.
I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase that is just books, toys, etc. I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase that is just books, toys, etc. I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase that is just books, toys, etc.
I'm thinking we need to bring, let's just look at those first words. I really only feel one peak of stress there, and it's on the verb thinking. I'm thinking we need to bring, and then the rest come down before another stress syllable on one.
I'm thinking we need to bring one. I'm thinking we need to bring one. I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase that is just books.
One suitcase that is just books. So another peak of stress on one suitcase that is just books.
One suitcase that is just books. One suitcase that is just books. One suitcase that is just books, toys, etc.
Books, toys, etc. So a little separation here for his list. Books, just books, toys, up, down shape of stress. Let's look at our reductions and the way everything smoothly links together.
I'm thinking we need to bring. I'm thinking we need to bring. I'm thinking we need to bring.
I'm thinking we need. So when the word to comes after a word that ends in a D, it's pretty common to drop that consonant and just add a schwa on to the end. So we have need. I'm thinking we need to bring.
I'm thinking we need to bring. I'm thinking we need to bring. I'm thinking we need to bring.
It almost sounds like a melody, doesn't it? I'm thinking we need to bring. Da 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 da. I'm thinking we need to bring. Like a song, like a line from a song.
I'm thinking we need to bring. I'm thinking we need to bring. I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase.
One suitcase. One suitcase. So that up-down shape of stress on one. Then the word suitcase, not really stressed, but it is a two-syllable word. And that would have first syllable stress, suitcase, suitcase. Stop T there because the next sound is a consonant. One suitcase. And all linked together, the N sound right into the S with no break, just like we always want in a thought group.
One suitcase. One suitcase. One suitcase that is just books.
That is just books. Suitcase that is that. Do you hear that flap T? To link into the next vowel, which is the I as in sit vowel. That is. Flap T to link, that's going to make your speech really smooth. That is just books. Just books. No T there. Very common to drop the T in a situation where it comes in an ending cluster like ST and it's followed by a consonant. Just books.
That is just books. That is just books. That is just books, toys.
Toys, etc. Toys. True T there. Starts a stressed word. Toys.
Toys. Toys. Toys, etc.
Etc. It stop T. Etc. Flap T. Two different T pronunciations there. So T, stop T when the next word or sound, when the next word begins with a consonant or the next sound is a consonant. And here it's the S consonant, the letter C making the S consonant. It's se. And then a flap T when it comes between two vowels, like it does here. So we have the E as in bed vowel, flap T, because the next sound is a schwa R, etc., etc. And then it ends with a schwa, etc. But here, intonation going up, etc.
etc. etc. etc.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Both of these words are stressed. Sounds good. The first one has an up-down shape, the second one down-up, because she's making her intonation go up. Just like he did here. He's making a list. He's gonna keep going. That's what this intonation signals. So she does the same with hers. Sounds good. It's like, what else? What's next? What else should we bring?
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
And then a box of diapers.
And then little tiny break there, making it its own thought group. And then.
And then. And then. And then.
And then. So making then stressed, going up, because he's going to keep going. The word and, not fully pronounced.
And then. And then. And then.
And then. And then. And then. If I had to write that in IPA, well, the D is definitely dropped. And then I think I would actually write that with the E as in bed vowel. Now, that's not super common, but A and E, I can see why he did that. It makes sense to my ears, even though I probably wouldn't say that this is a pronunciation you should consider yourself very much. It's just not as common. We usually do schwa N, or A plus N, N.
And then. And then. And then a box of diapers, wipes, bibs.
So then he continues to list things. Let's listen.
A box of diapers, wipes, bibs. A box of diapers, wipes, bibs. A box of diapers, wipes, bibs.
A box of diapers, a box of diapers, diapers. So first syllable stress there, and the other three words, a box of, not really stressed, a box of diapers, all leading to that one peak of stress for this thought group, which is the stressed syllable here, die. I as in buy. Diapers. So a box of becomes a boxa, a boxa. Let's write that in IPA. We have a schwa, then the word box with the ah as in father vowel, and the letter X makes the KS sounds there, and then the word of reduces to the schwa, a boxa, a boxa, a box of diapers.
A box of diapers, a box of diapers, a box of diapers, wipes, bibs.
Wipes, bibs. So these are all separated out into their own thought groups. Wipes, bibs, all with that up-down shape of stress. Now here we have two different plural nouns, wipes. The sound before the S is a P. That's unvoiced, so the plural is unvoiced, S. Bibs, the sound before is voiced, so the S there makes a Z sound, which is weak. I don't know if you noticed that. Wipes. Do you hear that S? Bibs. The weak ending Z actually sounds more like an S, but much shorter, much less energy than an actual S. So Wipes, clear S sound there. Bibs, bibs, either a very weak Z or a very weak S sound for that. Diapers, also. The plural is a weak ending Z because the sound before was voiced the R.
Diapers, wipes, bibs. Diapers, wipes, bibs. Diapers, wipes, bibs. Sippy cup.
Sippy cup, sippy cup. Stress on our first syllable, sippy cup. And then the other two syllables just come in on the way down for the intonation. Sippy cup.
Sippy cup. Sippy cup. Sippy cup. Am I forgetting anything?
Okay, then a yes-no question. So the intonation is going up at the end. That's the most common way to do the intonation for a yes-no question. Am I forgetting? Stress syllable there goes down and up. Forgetting anything? And then also the stress syllable on the vowel first syllable of anything. So both of those stress syllables scoop down and up because we're on our way up.
Am I forgetting anything? Am I forgetting anything? Am I forgetting anything?
Am I. How are those two words pronounced?
My.
My. How do I want to write that? I guess I'll write that schwa M linking into the I diphthong. Am I
forgetting anything?
Now the word forgetting, please keep in mind the first syllable of that is unstressed and it's not for. It's fur. It's schwa R. And R takes over schwa. You can think of there as being no vowel at all for forgetting. Forgetting. So am reduces to and the first syllable of forgetting, this isn't a reduction, it's just the pronunciation. This is always the way it's pronounced. Forgetting anything. Notice those two T's there, those are a flap. Forgetting anything.
Am I forgetting anything? Am I forgetting anything? Am I forgetting anything?
Baby monitor.
Baby monitor. So yes, there is something he's forgetting. Baby monitor. And she's making her intonation go down. It's a statement. Two stress syllables. The first one, the most stressed. Baby monitor. Itter. What do you notice about that T? Flap T comes between two vowels. Monitor.
Baby monitor. Baby monitor. Baby monitor.
Clearly two parents packing for a trip here, and I feel their pain. The amount of stuff you have to bring with you when you're traveling with babies and little kids is just overwhelming.
Baby monitor. Baby monitor. Baby monitor.
Right.
Quick up-down shape of stress. He does release that true T. Right. Can't forget that. That's important. Right. Okay. And again, separate it out, its own little thought group. Just one word, right. Okay. This word can have stress either way, on the first syllable or the second. He does it on the first. Okay. And then K just comes in as the intonation goes down. Okay.
Then I guess it's just clothes.
Then going up in pitch, stress word. Then I guess it's just clothes. Again, going up in pitch. So we have then, I guess it's just, and then four words in a little valley here. Then I guess it's just, and they're said quickly. I guess it's just becomes, I guess it's just. Do you hear how the T is dropped? Very common pronunciation with the ending cluster followed by a consonant. I guess it's just said flatter, simple mouth movements. I guess it's just.
I guess it's just,
See if you can simplify that much to make it that quickly.
I guess it's just, I guess it's just, I guess it's just clothes and any beach stuff.
Clothes and any beach stuff and any beach stuff. So then he has a statement. It's the end of his list. So usually for a list, intonation goes up for each thing until the end. And then it goes down. Beach stuff. This is his last thing that he's thinking of. And that's why it goes up and then down.
Clothes and any beach stuff. Clothes and any beach stuff. Clothes and any beach stuff.
Now let's look at the word clothes. I know this is so tricky, isn't it? O as in no diphthong, voiced THZ. Clothes. Now it's pretty common to drop the TH sound. Then it sounds just like the word close, like close the door. But I actually do think I hear him putting in a little bit of that voiced TH.
Clothes, clothes, clothes.
Clothes, 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 clothes. You can feel free to leave that out. It's a very common and acceptable pronunciation to just drop that TH sound.
Clothes, 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 and any beach stuff.
And any beach stuff. So, and any, these are both heading up towards the peak of stress on beach, and stuff is also just coming down off of the peak. So in this little phrase here, we just have one peak of stress. And any
beach stuff. And any beach stuff. And any beach stuff.
And any beach stuff. The D is dropped and I think I would write that schwa n in any. And that N links right into the next vowel, linking ending consonant to beginning vowel. In any beach stuff.
And any beach stuff. And any beach stuff. And any beach stuff. Like
tiny little lift there, but not released. It's not like. It's like. The back of my tongue goes up into position for that K, but it's not released. Like
the umbrella and chairs.
Then he lists two more things, the umbrella and chairs, and they're both stress. The umbrella and chairs. So bre, it's this syllable with the e as in bed vowel that's stressed. Now, the word this is pronounced with the E vowel because the next word begins with another vowel. That's common. If the word begins with a vowel or diphthong, the word the before is pronounced the. The umbrella. The umbrella.
The umbrella. The umbrella. The umbrella and chairs.
The umbrella. Umbrella. So this word ends in the schwa, umbrella. The word and is reduced to schwa n. Umbrella. Umbrella. Umbrella and chairs.
Umbrella and chairs. Umbrella and chairs. Umbrella and chairs.
Chair, written in IPA with the CH sound, e as in bed, schwa r, weak ending Z for the plural. So when e is followed by schwa r in the same syllable like it is here, it's not pure. It's a little bit more closed down. Jaw doesn't drop quite as much. So rather than che, chairs, it's che, chairs, chairs, chairs.
Chairs, chairs, chairs.
We're going to need a bigger car.
So the woman here cannot believe all the things they're listing. She makes a joke. They're probably not going to be able to get a bigger car for this trip. But let's look at our most stressed words here.
We're going to need a bigger car. We're going to need a bigger car. We're going to need a bigger car.
We're going to need a bigger car. Most of the stress on the subject, we the people in this sentence are going to need a bigger car. We're gonna need a bigger car. And then all of these other words, just part of that falling down from the stress syllable leading up then to car. We're gonna need a. So even though this is stressed, it's not pronounced we're or we are, but it's were. It's like we've taken the reduction schwa, are, and we've made it stressed. So I think I would write that with the as in bird vowel. We're gonna need a. We're gonna need a.
We're gonna need a. We're gonna need a. We're gonna need a.
Going to becomes gonna. Nita links together with a flap T, or a flap, I should say. That is a D, isn't it? So it's not a flap T, it's a flap D. So the rule is the same there. If the D comes between two vowel sounds, we're going to flap that, not D. Make it a stop and release. Nita. Da-da-da-da-da, Nita. Gonna nita, gonna nita, gonna nita. You know, as I'm saying these words, it's making me laugh because the ending of gonna is the schwa. And then if I take just the schwa and nita, it sounds like Anita, Anita, Anita. It sounds like this woman's name. Exactly the same. Anita is just like the ending of gonna with need. Anita. Gonna nita. Gonna nita. Gonna nita. Gonna nita.
We're gonna need a. We're gonna need a. We're gonna need a.
Gonna need a bigger car.
We're gonna need a bigger car. We're gonna need a bigger car. We're gonna need a bigger car.
I'll give a little bit of the up-down stress there on our adjective. Gonna need a bigger car.
We're gonna need a bigger car. We're gonna need a bigger car. We're gonna need a bigger car.
No kidding.
No kidding. Definitely stressing no. No kidding. And then kidding, we don't have our own up-down shape of stress there. It just falls into the intonation coming down. No kidding.
No kidding. No kidding. No kidding.
Let's listen to this whole conversation one more time.
I want to get a head start on packing before we leave this weekend.
Good call.
I'm thinking we need to bring one suitcase that is just books, toys, etc.
Sounds good.
And then a box of diapers, wipes, bibs, sippy cup. Am I forgetting anything?
Baby monitor.
Right. Okay, then I guess it's just clothes and any beach stuff, like the umbrella and chairs.
We're gonna need a bigger car.
No kidding.
In this Ben Franklin exercise, you'll first hear a short conversation. Then there will be an in-depth analysis of the pronunciation. First, the conversation.
Hi, I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade.
Okay, I can help you with that. Do you know the phone you'd like?
Yeah, I want to get the latest Pixel. I've been using it for a while and I'm used to it.
Sure. There are a couple of options for that Pixel, like color and storage. Do you know what you want?
Yeah, a black phone with 128 gigs.
It looks like we have that in the back. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up.
Great, thanks. Hi, I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade.
So she starts out her sentence with the word hi, a greeting, and it's pretty high in pitch. Hi, hi. That is higher in pitch than conversational English. I think we often do that with our pitch when we are in a setting like this. We're in a store, we're greeting somebody we don't know, we're about to give them a request, a need, and lifting the pitch shows just a little bit more friendliness. It can also show nervousness, actually. But here, hi, hi. It's really appropriate to start with a little bit of a higher pitch in a situation like this.
Hi, 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 I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade.
Now, in the rest of the sentence, what do you hear as being the longer, more stressed words?
I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade. I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade. I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade.
I'm here. I'm here. Definitely, she's stressing I'm. I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade. So then, ready and phone also both have some of that shape of stress, and the other words just sort of fall into the line between those peaks.
I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade. I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade. I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade.
I'm here. I'm here. The word here is a little bit tricky with its pronunciation if you're looking at the IPA. It's written with I as in sit, followed by schwa R. And the schwa R, those sounds do change the I as in sit. It becomes something more like the E as in she. Here, rather than here, here. I'm here because I'm
I'm here because I'm here because I'm here because I'm
here because I'm here because I'm. Do you hear how those syllables are just all falling down from the peak? Here because I'm here because I'm. The word because, you can think of it as just being the B consonant. Because unstressed syllable. I would still write with the the stressed syllable. Every word that's more than one syllable has a stressed syllable. However, if it's a word like this where it doesn't have stress in the sentence, both syllables can feel unstressed. And that's what's happening here. Because I'm.
because I'm because I'm because I'm ready for a phone upgrade.
Ready for a phone. Ready for a phone. So we have a stressed syllable, then 1, 2, 3 unstressed syllables before another stressed syllable. Ready for a. So E vowel is our unstressed syllable there, and then the word for reduces, definitely not pronounced for, but for. And that R links into the schwa, for a phone.
Ready for a phone. Ready for a phone. Ready for a phone.
So phone. Stressed word, you can take just a little bit more time. And I want to point out that word does have the O diphthong and then the N. And a lot of my students want to make this more of a single sound instead of a diphthong. Phone. Oh. But we want O. A sound that changes. A beginning and an ending, that's a diphthong. So make sure you are starting to round your lips even more. That will help you shift between the two sounds. Fo, oh. You can't get that diphthong without moving the lips into a circle. Phone upgrade. And the N in phone links right into the as in butter vowel of upgrade for a smooth transition.
Phone upgrade. Phone upgrade. Phone upgrade.
Okay, I can help you with that.
Okay. So he makes his intonation go up at the end. Okay. I can help you with that. And then he follows it with a statement.
Okay, I can help you with that. Okay, I can help you with that. Okay, I can help you with that.
What are our stressed syllables or words in the rest of his sentence?
I can help you with that. I can help you with that. I can help you with that.
I can help. I and can are both going up to our stressed syllable, the verb help. I can help you with that. And then a little bit here on our final word, that, ending with a stop T. We do have some reductions here. The word can becomes can, and it links really smoothly into the I diphthong. I can.
I can help you with that.
I can help you with that. Now, let's look at with, ending in a TH, and that, beginning in a TH. And actually, as we're about to listen, let me just change my intonation a little bit. With that, I think that we have the down and then up shape of stress because he's going to keep going. He's going to help her, and he's going to go ahead and start the instructions for that. So his intonation going up signals that he is going to continue.
I can help you with that. I can help you with that. I can help you with that.
With, the TH in with is usually unvoiced, though it can be voiced. The TH in that is voiced. And in this case, we have an ending unvoiced linking into beginning voice and a word that's stressed.
With that. With that. With that.
There's not a one right way to do this. Some people, I think, will link with a voiced TH. Some people, I think, will link with an unvoiced TH. If I listen to just the words with and that, I believe I'm hearing that the words are linking with a very quick, subtle, unvoiced TH. With that, with that, with that, with that, with that.
With that, with that, with that. Do you know the phone you'd like?
So then, as we said, he continues on. He asks her the first question that he needs an answer to in order to help her in this process. And what are our stress words here?
Do you know the phone you'd like? Do you know the phone you'd like? Do you know the phone you'd like?
Do you know? Do you know? The words do and you are leading up to a peak of stress there. Do you know? Do you know the phone? Again, a stress word in phone. Do not cheat that diphthong. And he holds on to the F sound just a little bit more, stressing that word a little bit more.
Do you know the phone you'd like? Do you know the phone you'd like? Do you know the phone you'd like?
Phone you'd like. Phone you'd like. Like also stress, but it's going down and up because this is a yes-no question. Does she already have an idea in mind? The word you'd. Said quickly, unstressed. The D here is for the word would, that contraction. And we do make that D sound in the vocal cords, but we don't release it. It's not you'd, but just you'd. With that little subtle D sound in the vocal cords before going into the L sound for like. Now this is a light L because it begins the word. And a very light release of that K sound. Like.
Phone you'd like? Phone you'd like? Phone you'd like?
Yeah, I want to get the latest Pixel.
Yeah. Do you hear that? Very clear statement intonation. Very clear up and then down. So she does know. She's not uncertain.
Yeah.
If I was uncertain, I might say it like this. Yeah. That gives it a questioning intonation, but coming down, that gives it a statement intonation, clear. Certainty.
Yeah, I want to get the latest Pixel.
I want to get the latest Pixel. So again, stressing herself. I want to get the latest, a little bit on that, but most of it on Pixel. Our stressed syllable of the actual phone that she wants are noun. Want to, wanna. Very smooth. No T sound, just part of that line. I want to get
the latest Pixel. I want to get the latest Pixel. I want to get the latest Pixel.
I want to get the latest Pixel. Okay, let's look at a few more things. Get the. That's going to be a stop T because the next word begins with a consonant. In this case, it's the voiced TH. It's beginning an unstressed word. We're probably not going to bring the tongue tip through the teeth for that. So rather than the, it's the. Said really quickly. Get the.
I want to get the I want to get the I want to get the latest Pixel.
Latest pixel. Latest. Do you notice that T is dropped? That's really common in an ST cluster when the next word begins with a consonant. In fact, we would almost never say that T.
Latest Pixel. Latest Pixel. Latest Pixel.
Pixel. Let's talk about a couple things here. The letter X makes two sounds here, K and S. And then we have schwa, dark L, pixel, and you can really hear that dark sound here.
Pixel. 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 I've been using it for a while and I'm used to it.
I've been using it. So we have stress on the word use, the syllable use. These are less clear and they're on their way up to that peak of stress.
I've been using it for a while. I've been using it for a while. I've been using it for a while.
The word I've even has some of that popcorn quality. I've been using it.
I've been using it. I've been using it. I've been using it for a while.
Using it for a while. So we have a couple unstressed words there, and they just come down from that shape of stress, that peak of stress, using it for a while. And then we have more up-down shape on our stressed word, while. So using it, the letter S makes a Z sound there. Using it for a quick lift there, for that stop T, the word for reduces. It becomes fur. And that links right into the schwa very smoothly. For a while. The word while, made with just a clean W consonant, no while, extra escape of air. And again, we have a dark L here. It's at the end of the word. You don't need to lift your tongue tip for that. While.
Using it for a while. Using it for a while. Using it for a while, and I'm used to it.
While, and I'm used to it. While, and I'm used to it. So, and I am both unstressed before an up-down shape of stress for the word used, which isn't pronounced that way. We'll talk about it in a second. The word I'm reduces. And I'm schwa N, linking into the unstressed I as in by diphthong M. And I'm used to it. Used to it. Used to it. Okay, let's talk about a couple things here. The word used has the U diphthong Z, and the letters, or the ED ending here, makes the D sound. Then it's followed by the word to, which is followed by the word it. Used to is almost always pronounced used to. So the D is dropped, and the T links into the Z, which turns it into an S. Used to, used to, used to. And the vowel into reduces to the schwa. Now, we don't usually reduce the word to the schwa when the next word begins with a schwa or I, because those sounds are too similar. Then we lose our feeling of it being a different syllable. So that's why the U vowel here is not reduced. So no schwa here, but it's to it.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
Used to it. Used to it. And the word it ends with a stop T.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
Sure.
Sure. Sure. Up, down shape of stress, big pitch change, friendly intonation. He can help her with that. They have the pixel that she wants. This word pronounced with the SH and then the R vowel consonant combination. Sure. Sure.
Sure. Sure. Sure. There are a couple of options for that pixel.
There are. Now, these two words can be tricky. There. So the word R is reduced. It's just schwa, R, And I often say it's not really two sounds. It's just an R sound. But the word there ends in R. So R followed by R, how do you feel it as another syllable? There. There's just a little re-emphasis, a little bit more volume, just a little, I hate to use the word punch, but just a little extra energy given to make us feel that there is the word R there. There, 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 there.
There 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 are a couple of options.
But it's pretty fast in the sentence, isn't it? There are a couple. There are a couple. There are a couple.
There are a couple of there are a couple of there are a couple of options for that pixel.
So we have stress on there. There are a couple of options for that pixel.
There are a couple of options for that pixel. There are a couple of options for that pixel. There are a couple of options for that pixel.
So the article a reduces to the schwa, a couple. A couple. Then the L links into the schwa for the word of. The V sound isn't dropped there. It can be, but it's not. A couple of. A couple. Make sure you're getting that dark sound for that L. A couple. A couple of. But then you may lift your tongue tip. It's definitely something that Americans will do to get us a little bit of definition between words. If a word that ends in a dark L is linking into a word that begins with a vowel or diphthong, like it is here, then it's pretty common to lift the tongue tip a little bit to give us a little bit of that feel of the finish of the dark L, which is the same position of a light L. A couple. So dark sound, then la, light L into the schwa. A couple of. A couple of. A couple of.
There are a couple of options.
Couple of options. That weak ending Z linking right into the vowel for options. That ah as in father vowel in our stressed syllable ah. Options. Options. Unstressed syllable. SH schwa N, and the letter S there makes the Z. The plural is a Z. Options.
Options for that pixel.
For that pixel. For that. The word for reduces to for that pixel. You know, I do feel a little bit of up down shape of stress there, ending in a stop T. For that pixel. Like
color and
pixel like. So these two words actually connect. He doesn't put a break, and it does begin with a light L. So even though we get some of that dark sound for the dark L, pixel like, it does end in a light L to connect the two words. And then actually, I'm looking ahead. I see ending K sound, beginning K sound. We're going to have another case there where the two words will link with that same sound, like color.
Pixel like color and pixel like color and pixel like color and
like color. So linking together with the single K sound, like color and
like color and like color and like color and
like color and color and the R linking right into the schwa and reduction of and color. The L here is a light L because it begins the syllable. Ka, la, 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 la. Light L with the front of the tongue, with the tip of the tongue. Lur. Colorin.
Like color and like color and like color and storage.
And we have some shape of stress there. Color and storage. Storage. This is aw as in law, followed by R, not a pure R sound. Sorry, not a pure aw sound. That vowel gets changed by the R. A little bit more lip rounding, tongue shifts back just a little bit. Store.
Storage. Do you know what you want?
Then a little break, so we have a different thought group here. Do you know? The word do reduced d. I would write that with a schwa, just said very quickly. Do you know?
Do you know? Do you know? Do you know?
The word you, I think I actually do hear the oo vowel though, even though it's not stressed. It's not reduced, but it is said quickly. Do you know? Do you know? Stress on our verb there.
Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what you want?
Do you know what ya? Then what and you unstressed, stop T, what ya, what you. I'm actually not going to write that as a schwa. I am going to write that as the oo vowel, so not reduced, but yes, said very quickly. Then want, a stressed word going up because, again, this is a yes-no question.
What you want? What you want? What you want?
Want. Do you hear that want? Very quick, subtle, abrupt stop. That signifies the stop T here.
Want?
Yeah.
Yeah. Up, down shape of stress, clear statement.
Yeah. A black phone with 128 gigs.
So then what does she stress in the rest of that sentence?
A black phone with 128 gigs. A black phone with 128 gigs. A black phone with 128 gigs.
A black phone. So definitely clear stress there. A black phone. The schwa just comes on the way up. A black phone. And then the word phone, not stressed, but you still need that O diphthong. Don't cheat that. Oh. Phone.
A black phone with 128 gigs.
With 128 gigs. So let's write this word out. 128. So we have some stress on hun. 128. And we notice that T is dropped. That's really common. The word and linking in this number, how's that pronounced?
128. 100.
Definitely reduced schwa N.
128.
100, sometimes pronounced hundred. And I think that's what she's doing here, 100. 128.
128 gigs.
128, stop T, gigs. And then a little bit of up-down shape there. The ending S, plural, is a weak ending Z. This, of course, short for gigabytes.
128 gigs. 128 gigs. 128 gigs.
So this whole phrase said really, really smoothly, everything linked together.
Yeah, a black phone with 128 gigs. Yeah, a black phone with 128 gigs. Yeah, a black phone with 128 gigs.
It looks like we have that in the back.
So then he replies, it's in stock. Such good news for her. What are our stressed words?
It looks like we have that in the back. It looks like we have that in the back. It looks like we have that in the back.
It looks like we have that in the back. So 3 up-down shapes of stress. It looks like we have that in the back. And they each get less high, less energy as the sentence goes on.
It looks like we have that in the back. It looks like we have that in the back. It looks like we have that in the back.
It looks like we. So the word it said really quickly.
It looks like we.
I'm kind of feeling that the T is dropped, not even just a stop, but just the I vowel linked into the light L. It looks like we. So you can do that. Just smoothly connect the I. It looks like we. And then the ending K, that's not released. It's not like we, but like we, like. Tongue goes up into position for the K, but we don't have that escape of air.
It looks like we have that in the back.
It looks like we have that. I'm not really hearing the H, even though it's a stressed word here. It looks like we have, I don't really feel it there.
It looks like we have that in the back. It looks like we have that in the back. It looks like we have that in the back.
We have that and the, that and the, that and the, that and the. Then we have 3 unstressed words, that. And I'm writing that T as a stop T. Now, what's going on there? Because usually when the T comes between 2 vowels, we say that's a flap T. But I hear that'n, that'n, that'n. Why? Why is that a stop T? Okay, so do you know the rule? T schwa n, that T is a stop T, like in the word mountain or kitten or mitten. Those are all stops. And I've noticed we do that also in the pattern T I as in sit n when the I as in sit is unstressed. And that's what's happening here. So rather than that in, which he could do, I'm hearing that'n, 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 just like mountain, 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 that'n, 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 that in the back.
That in the back. That in the back. That in the back.
So in the, both unstressed, said quickly, we have that in the back. And then a little up-down shape of stress, and the K sound here is released. It's at the end of a thought group. In that case, it's a little bit more common to release it, but it's not really common to release it when it's followed by a consonant like we had here.
We have that in the back. We have that in the back. We have that in the back. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up.
I'll grab it. I'll grab it. So the word grab, stressed, I'll grab it. And it's going up in pitch. So I love this. It's a 2-part phrase. He's going to do 2 things. He's going to go get the phone and he's going to help her get set up. So I'll grab it, making the pitch go up, shows that there's another part, and we'll get you set up. And then the intonation goes down.
I'll grab it and we'll get you set up. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up.
The words I will become I'll, which can become all, said really quickly.
I'll grab it. I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
I'm not sure that that's what I'm hearing there. I do think I hear a quick I diphthong plus dark L, but it's definitely not stressed, said really quickly. I'll grab it. Grab bit. The B, we have an ending consonant linking into beginning vowel. I'll grab it.
I'll grab it. I'll grab it. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up.
Stop T because he puts a little lift here, breaking up the first part of the thought group with the second. I'll grab it. That's one thing. And we'll get you set up. So he does a little lift there, breaking it into 2 thought groups.
I'll grab it and we'll get you set up. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up.
And we'll get you set up. And we'll get stress on get and our phrasal verb set up. So the words and the contraction we will. We get and we will, and we take it to nul, nul, nul.
And we'll.
Nul, nul, nul. So schwa n, the D is dropped. And then I would write that W schwa and L. That's a dark L. Nul, 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 nul. So the tongue tip doesn't lift for that.
And we'll get you set up.
Get you set up. So then we have get, a stressed word. The T here combining with the Y to give us a sound that's more like a CH. Get you, get you, get you.
Get you set up. Get you set up. Get you set up.
Get you set up. And then set and up linking together with a flap T. Get you set up. Really smooth.
Get you set up. Get you set up. Get you set up.
Set up. Now here, a stop consonant. I don't hear a release of air. So he puts his lips in together for the P and then doesn't do the final release.
Set up. Set up. Set up.
Great, thanks.
Great, great, great. Up-down shape of stress. The intonation is high. It's friendly. Great. Stop T. Thanks. And again, up-down shape of stress. Single syllable thought group. Statement. Thanks. Now, the thing about the word thanks, In IPA, we've got the unvoiced TH, the A as in bat vowel, the NG consonant, thanks, and the KS cluster. When A is followed by NG, it changes. It's not A, not pure at all. It's more like the A as in say diphthong. Thanks. Thanks.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Let's listen to this whole conversation one more time.
Hi, I'm here because I'm ready for a phone upgrade.
Okay, I can help you with that. Do you know the phone you'd like?
Yeah, I want to get the latest Pixel. I've been using it for a while and I'm used to it.
Sure. There are a couple of options for that Pixel, like color and storage. Do you know what you want?
Yeah, a black phone with 128 gigs.
It looks like we have that in the back. I'll grab it and we'll get you set up.
Great, thanks.
In this Ben Franklin exercise, you'll first hear a short conversation. Then there will be an in-depth analysis of the pronunciation. First, the conversation.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but our car battery died. Could you help us jumpstart it?
I would, but I don't have any cables.
We have cables, we just need an engine.
Oh, okay, sure. Where are you parked?
We're the red Buick right there. That's my sister waving.
Got it. I'll meet you over there in a second.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Maybe the best way to get someone's attention that you don't know in public would be excuse me. And excuse is a 2-syllable word with second syllable stress. Excuse me. And he just puts the me in the pitch going down. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
The U here, the letter U is the U diphthong, excuse, and the letter S makes the Z sound, excuse me. Now, it would also be really common to make your pitch go up. Excuse me, and that's a polite questioning intonation. It's also okay to make it go down. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
And the Z goes right into the M, no break. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
The first syllable is the I as in sit vowel, and the letter X here makes the KS cluster. Excuse. I'm actually going to write it over here then. So I sort of broke up the way I wrote that syllable, or that word. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you.
I'm sorry to bother you. And then just a little lift, making that its own little section. I'm sorry to bother you. Sorry and both are two stressed syllables.
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to bother you.
And of course, using the contraction I'm instead of I am. It's unstressed, so it's fast. I'm sorry. The vowel in sorry is aw as in law, but it's not that pure vowel at all. When that vowel is followed by R, the lips round a little bit more, the tongue shifts back a little bit more. The sound is just a little bit darker, a little more closed. So saw, aw. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bother you.
Now let's look at the word to. How is this word pronounced?
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to bother you.
I'm sorry to. So we have the E vowel, unstressed, ending syllable of sorry. Then we have a flap T and a schwa. Ida. Both of those words, or both of those syllables, really flat, low in pitch. Ida. I'm sorry to. I'm sorry to.
I'm sorry to. I'm sorry to. I'm sorry to bother you.
The TH there is voiced. The bother you.
Bother you. Bother you. Bother you, but
flat, abrupt stop, that's the stop T. But. It's not but. There's not that much opening to the vowel, not that up-down shape. It's much flatter and the jaw doesn't drop much. It's pretty unstressed. But
our car battery died.
Our car battery died. One really clear stressed syllable there, and it's car. And he even brings out a little bit more of the K consonant there. Our car. And then everything, our car battery died, comes on the way down. Now, I would say there's a little bit of an up-down on the stressed syllable of battery. Battery died. And then everything else comes down. Ba-da-da-da. Do you notice that flap T? Battery. And that vowel is a as in bat. Ba. Our car battery died.
Our car battery died. Our car battery died. Our car battery died.
This word O-U-R can sound just like this word A-R-E. And that's how it sounds here. It's not stressed, said more quickly. R. Our car battery died. Just think of one up-down shape. Even though there's maybe a really minor one here for the stressed syllable and battery, you don't need to make much of that. Our car battery died. I would just do that with one up-down shape in your arm when you're practicing for your smoothness. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Our car battery died. Our car battery died. Our car battery died. Could you help us jumpstart it?
What are our stressed syllables here?
Could you help us jumpstart it? Could you help us jumpstart it? Could you help us jumpstart it?
I hear two. Could you help? First of all, the verb. The main thing that they need, if they could only say one word, it would probably be help. Help. Could you help us jumpstart it? And then jumpstart. And it's this one, rather than going up, down, it's down, up, because the pitch is on its way up because of it being a yes-no question. So the change of direction also gives us that feel of stress. Could you help us jump, jumpstart it? So P, this is a stop consonant, jump. The lips are already together for the M. They also stay together for the P, but there's no release of air. We often skip the release of stop consonants when the next sound is a consonant, and here it is. So it's just jump start, jump start. A little lift, a little stop to signify the quality of that P. Jump start it. Now let's look at a few other pronunciation things that are happening.
Could you help us jumpstart it? Could you help us jumpstart it? Could you help us jumpstart it?
You probably know the L in could is silent. And you might know, if you've watched many of my videos, that D plus the Y consonant can turn into a J sound, J. And that's what happens here. Also, the vowel in you can reduce, and it does. So it's not could you, but it's could ya, could ya, could ya, could ya, could ya. So I would write this K schwa, J schwa, could ya, could ya, could ya, could ya, could ya, could ya.
Could you help us?
Could you help? Could you help? Could you help us? Now, we have another ending P here. This time it's followed by a vowel. So the P releases right into the vowel, help us. Pus, pus, pus. Help us, help us, help us.
Could you help us? Could you help us? Could you help us?
So I should say, it's sort of, the word us would be written with as in butter, but since it's unstressed, it does have a little bit of a schwa feel. Help us, help us, help us.
Help us. Help us. Help us jumpstart it?
Could you help us jump start it? Okay, so R, T, vowel. That pattern is going to give us a flap T. The flap T to link. Jump start it, and it ends in a stop T, unreleased.
Jumpstart it? Jumpstart it? Jumpstart it?
I would, but I don't have any cables.
I would, but I don't have any cables. So we have a couple stressed syllables there. The biggest one is on the word would. I would, and the word I just links to it on the way up. I would. Again, silent L, just like in could. The vowel here is the vowel that we have in push or book. I would. So by stressing that, it means I really want to. I want to be able to help you. I would if I could, but there's an issue. So I would, not uncommon to see that followed by but. Basically, it means I won't because I can't.
I would, but I don't have any cables. I would, but I don't have any cables. I would, but I don't have any cables.
But I don't have any cables. So we have two stressed syllables there, I and K. K has a little bit less of the up-down shape because it's closer to the end of the sentence.
But I don't have any cables. But I don't have any cables. But I don't have any cables.
Now let's look at but and I. Listen to just those two words.
But I don't.
Definitely not but I. Those two words are linking together with a smooth flap T. But I. Now let's look at our N apostrophe T contraction. There are several different ways that can be pronounced. So let's listen and see what we think we're hearing.
Don't have any.
I don't feel any kind of stop. So I'm going to say that T is totally dropped. That's pretty common. So the N smoothly into the H. Don't have any. The V right into the E as in bed of any. Don't have any. Don't have any. Don't have any. Don't have any.
I don't have any cables.
And then a little bit of stress on K. Cables. The ending consonant there is a really weak ending Z. Cables. A really weak ending Z actually sounds more like a weak ending S sound, but there has to be a lot of energy taken out. There's not a whole lot to that sound.
Cables.
We have cables.
We have cables. So he's stressing a few different words here. First, he's stressing we. She just stressed I. I don't have any. But he's saying we do. We have. Those are both stressed. We have cables. Also stressed.
We have cables. We have cables. We have cables.
We have cables. And then the unstressed syllable just comes in on the way down. But 3 different stressed words in a row. We have cables. Da, da, da. Because he's really stressing all parts of that. They have what she doesn't have. What they need is a working engine.
We have cables. We have cables. We have cables. We just need an engine.
So let's listen to just this last part of the sentence, this thought group. See what you feel to be the most stressed syllable. What do you feel you want to move your body on?
We just need an engine. We just need an engine. We just need an engine.
I'm feeling a couple. We just need an engine. So again, stressing we. I versus we. We just need an engine. So just need. We just need. It's really common in an ST cluster followed by a consonant to drop the T, and that's exactly what happens here. We just need.
We just need an engine. We just need an engine. We just need an engine.
And the article. Schwa en, an engine, an engine. We just need. The D into schwa en, I don't even take my tongue tip down from being up in the position. So position for the D, tongue tip, roof of the mouth, the position, or maybe not tip, I would say more the front, the very, very front of the tongue. Top front of the tongue at the roof of the mouth, da 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 da, for the D. Same for N, na 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 na. Very similar tongue position there. Need. And so you can make that by just putting your tongue up into position for the D and then just going right into an N without taking the tongue down. Needin, 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 needin.
We just need an engine.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, okay. 3 stressed words in a row. We have oh, okay, sure.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, okay, sure. Oh, okay, sure.
When we have a more dramatic change in pitch here, oh, okay, sure. It can feel really friendly. So she's willing to do it. They wanted her to solve her problem. She felt like she couldn't. They said, well, you could if you did this, if you used our cables. And so she's agreeing. Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, okay, sure. Oh, okay, sure. Where are you parked?
Where are you parked? We have 2 words with stress. Where are you parked? Couple interesting pronunciation things happening here. First, I want to talk about the question word where. Where, when, why, how, and so on. These question words, when they start a question, they're almost always stressed. When they're part of a sentence, they're almost never stressed. So for example, in the sentence, I don't know where you're parked. I don't know where. Part of a sentence, it would be unstressed, but beginning a question, it's stressed. Where? Okay, now we have where. W, e as in bed, schwa r, followed by r, which reduces to schwa r. So we have schwa r, wearer, wearer. There's just a little re-emphasis of that r sound, and that's what we do for this word r. It's a little bit hard to hear because the sound is so similar to the sound before. Wearer, wearer. Where are you parked?
Where are you parked? Where are you parked? Where are you parked?
And the ed ending in parked makes a T sound because the sound before is K, an unvoiced consonant. Parked.
Parked. Parked. Parked.
We're the red Buick right there.
So listen to his response, listen to his answer. What are the most stressed words there?
We're the red Buick right there. We're the red Buick right there. We're the red Buick right there.
I'm hearing 3. We're the red Buick right there. And they're all going down. They're all less high than the one before. So we usually say in a sentence, the stressed words might be Nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. But it's often true that not all of those would be stressed because that would just become to be too many stressed words. So I notice here we have an adjective red, and it is not stressed, but the noun that it's describing is stressed. We're the red Buick right there. Da 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 da.
We're the red Buick right there. We're the red Buick right there. We're the red Buick right there.
We are sounds just like the word were. Where were you? Were. We're the red. We're the red Buick. Now here, the letter U is the U diphthong, Buick right there.
We're the red Buick right there. We're the red Buick right there. We're the red Buick right there.
Ending consonant of a K, super light release before the R. Buick right, Buick right. Now the T, also a stop consonant, not released, right there.
Buick right there. Buick right there. Buick right there.
So the T consonant, when it's followed by another consonant or it's at the end of a sentence or thought group, it's extremely common to skip the release. K, also a stop consonant, but a less common sound. It's a little bit less common to skip the release.
There. There. There.
There. So there we have the voiced TH, and then it's just like where. As in bed, schwa, are. There. There.
There. There. There. That's my sister waving.
So 2 more stressed syllables. That's and my. Pretty unclear. The TH, the voiced TH and that's not very clear at all. That's my
sister waving.
So I would say that's and my, both flat. That's my sister waving. Then we have the up down shape of stress on the first syllable of both of those words. Da 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 da, sister waving. Sister waving.
That's my sister waving. That's my sister waving. That's my sister waving.
Got it.
Got it. Got it. I love this little 2-word phrase linked together so smoothly with that flap T. Got it. And the word it just comes in on the way down, doesn't have its own shape. Flap to connect and stop T at the end. Got it. Got it. Got it. So this sounds just like this word. Now, got it. That grammatically doesn't really work, but it sounds just like got it with a T because the T between vowels sounds just like the D between vowels. Got it.
Got it. Got it. Got it. I'll meet you over there in a second.
I'll meet, stress on meet, our verb. The words I will, I'll. Pretty unclear. All. Said really quickly, it's almost just a dark L sound. A little bit of a vowel in front. All. But a lot of that dark sound. All. I'll meet.
I'll meet you.
I'll meet you. So remember earlier we had a D plus a Y become a J? T plus a Y can become a CH. Meet you. And that's what's happening here. Now she doesn't reduce the vowel, so it's still the oo vowel. It could have been the schwa, meet ya. But she says meet you. I'll meet you. So 3 words, I'll and you said very quickly, I'll meet you.
I'll meet you over there in a second.
I'll meet you over there in a... So over, also pretty flat, a little bit of up-down shape on there. In, up, pretty flat. I'll meet you over there in a second. The N linking right into the schwa, everything linking really smoothly together. The R right into the I as in sit. Again, remember there, we have voiced TH, as in bed, schwa R, there. there. The schwa R make the as in bed a little bit less pure. Jaw doesn't drop quite as much. So it's not there, but it's Jaw doesn't need to drop as much for that sound.
I'll meet you over there in a second. I'll meet you over there in a second. I'll meet you over there in a second.
In the academy, in the consonants course, when we're working on the R consonant, I list all the vowels that get changed a little bit by the R. So you can do a lot of words with this combination in that section.
I'll meet you over there in a second. I'll meet you over there in a second. I'll meet you over there in a second.
Second, what happens to the D? It gets dropped. Why? Well, earlier we talked about the combination ST plus a consonant. We drop that T a lot. So ND, we often drop the D. And that can be true if the next sound is a consonant or a vowel. And even though there is no next sound, it's just so common that she drops it here. Second, second,
second, second, second.
You might notice this in also thousand. For example, hey, how many people were at the concert? Oh, I'd say about 1,000. 1,000, no D.
Second, second, second.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Again, 3 stressed words in a row. Not the most common pattern. Thanks so much. But he wants to be really polite. She's taking time out of her day to help him get his car going. Thanks so. Those 2 words link together with a single S sound. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
The word thanks, here we have unvoiced TH, A as in bat vowel, NG consonant sound, and K. So the NG consonant sound does shift this vowel. It's not pure anymore. And actually it sounds a lot more like the A diphthong. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. This is just a nice way to continue to add gratitude when you've already said thanks. We really, first syllable stress, appreciate it. Second syllable stress here, and the word it just comes in on the way down. Appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
Stop T. Appreciate it. It. Appreciate it. Da, 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 da. A flap T to link because it comes between vowel or diphthong sounds.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Everything links really smoothly, doesn't it? The E of we links right into the R with no stop. We really. Now this word really can have a couple different pronunciations. The most common one, the one you're hearing here, is really. Really. Really.
We really appreciate it.
Really. Then the ending E vowel links right into the schwa. Appreciate. You probably noticed the letter C here makes the SH sound. Appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So she makes her pitch go up at the end. It could definitely have just been a statement. You're welcome. But it's also appropriate to make the intonation go up. You're welcome. You're welcome. So our stressed syllable, the first syllable of welcome, has that change of pitch direction. You're welcome. Da, 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 da. And you are gets reduced. You're. You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, now the L in welcome is a dark L. The syllables break up like this. And an L is a dark L if it comes after the vowel or diphthong in a syllable. So let's look at its syllable. It does come after the vowel, so therefore the L is a dark L. Welcome. I never lift my tongue tip. You don't need it for the dark sound. I don't need to finish the dark L. Just the dark sound, then right into the K. Welcome. Welcome. Also, don't say come, even though you see that word here. It's come with a schwa. Come. Welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Let's listen to this whole dialogue one more time.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but our car battery died. Could you help us jumpstart it?
I would, but I don't have any cables.
We have cables, we just need an engine.
Oh, okay, sure. Where are you parked?
We're the red Buick right there. That's my sister waving.
Got it. I'll meet you over there in a second.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
In this Ben Franklin exercise, you'll first hear a short conversation. Then there will be an in-depth analysis of the pronunciation. First, the conversation.
Are you Brandon Hemmings?
Yeah? You look familiar.
I'm Molly Fisher. We went to high school together.
Oh my God, Molly! What's it been? 14 years?
Yeah, time flies. You have not changed.
Neither have you. I recognized you immediately. I just couldn't bring back your name. I don't really have a head for names.
No worries. It's good to see you.
You too.
Are you Brandon Hemmings?
I love the sort of sing-song nature of this phrase. Are you? Are you? She goes so high here. Are you? And then there's just a little lift here, stressing the name a little bit more. Are you Brandon Hemmings? So 2 stressed syllables for the name, first syllable of Brandon and second syllable of Hemmings. Because we're on our way up, because this is a yes-no question, the stress here goes down and up. Brandon Hemmings.
Are you Brandon Hemmings? Are you Brandon Hemmings? Are you Brandon Hemmings?
Are you? Are you? Ooh, this is so high. It's just so high. And it wouldn't be at all natural to speak at that all the time. But I have noticed sometimes if you just take little snippets of speech, that some of it is very, very high. So Our pitch tends to be higher when we're surprised, when we're excited. So here, she is seeing somebody she is not expecting to see, somebody she hasn't seen in a long time. She's surprised, and so her pitch is going to be higher in some parts than it might be in just natural conversational English. But when you're working with audio, see if you can match that pitch.
Are you? Are you? Are you?
And the two words are linked together really smoothly. Are you? Ooh, ooh. And we've got the oo vowel there at the end. Are you?
Are you? Are you? Are you Brandon Hemmings?
Brandon. So the name Brandon, we would write that with the a vowel, like in bran, oat bran, bran, bran. A followed by N, you may know, is not pure. There's a sound in between. It's sort of like the schwa, or you can think of it as the as in butter. But it's the back of the tongue relaxing down. So the back of the tongue is really high for the A vowel, and it relaxes down, bran, before the front lifts for the N. Brandon. Then we have a schwa N ending. You can sort of drop the vowel altogether, din, 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 right from D into N. Brandon.
Brandon Hemmings?
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah. Dip up. This is questioning intonation. He also could have made it a statement. Yeah. But he's like, who is this person? Why is she talking to me? So he has that questioning intonation. Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah? You look familiar.
You look familiar. And now we're going down. Statement intonation.
You look familiar. You look familiar. You look familiar.
So he's stressing you, and this is going up. You look then we start coming down, familiar, and the second syllable here is stressed, famil. So we go up a little bit for that. You look familiar.
You look familiar. You look familiar. You look familiar.
And everything's linked together really smoothly. You look. This is a light L because it starts the word. You look. The K is not released, so it's a stop consonant without k. That release, we go right into the F. You look and that first syllable has the schwa. It's unstressed. Familiar. So I can make this L without lifting my tongue tip. Dark L, familiar. So all of those sounds are made with my tongue tip down. Familiar. Familiar.
Familiar. Familiar. Familiar.
I'm just going to write that whole word out in IPA. So we already said we start with a schwa in the unstressed syllable. Then we have M consonant, I vowel, dark L. Then we have the Y consonant, schwa R. So we don't want to think of familiar. We don't want to think of four syllables, but familiar. These three sounds together slide together. We don't really sense the R. It's more like just Y. We don't really sense the schwa. R absorbs the schwa, so it's your. Y right to R. Familiar. Familiar.
Familiar. Familiar. Familiar.
I'm Molly Fisher.
I'm Molly Fisher. So we have first syllable stress on the first name. I'm Molly Fisher. And even more stress on this last name, which also has first syllable stress. So this is normal when we have a proper noun and it's made up of multiple words, that the last word gets more stress. Molly Fisher, Rachel Smith, and so on.
I'm Molly Fisher. I'm Molly Fisher. I'm Molly Fisher.
Notice we have ending M, beginning M. So those two words link together with just one M sound, no break, no distinction to make us feel two M sounds. I'm Molly.
I'm Molly. I'm Molly. I'm Molly Fisher. We went to high school together.
We went to. Okay, so a little bit of stress on our verb. We went to. These two words linking with a single true T. And of course, this vowel oo reduces to the schwa as it almost always does. Went to, went to, we went to, we went to.
We went to. We went to. We went to.
Both of these W's do need lip rounding. We went. So it might be a little tricky to do those quickly because we is unstressed. We went, we went, we went. Whoa, 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 whoa. Those lips coming into round. We went to.
We went to. We went to. We went to high school together.
High school together. Okay, so high has a lot of stress. High school. Dark L, no need to lift tongue tip for that. High school together. And then a little bit of stress on our middle syllable there, together. Now make sure this is not together. It's t with a schwa. But she does make it a true T. T. Just like here, to high school, together.
High school together. High school together. High school together.
You know, now that I'm listening to high school together on a loop, I'm actually feeling like this could be interpreted as more of a flap T or a D sound. It's a little bit hard. When I'm thinking true T, I feel like I hear a true T. When I'm thinking flap T, I feel like I hear a flap T. Either one will work pronunciation-wise.
High school together. High school together. High school together.
Oh my God, Molly!
Oh my God, Molly. So he's surprised. Oh my God. This is an expression we can use when we're shocked by something unexpected. And he links it right in with the name Molly. This syllable of her name actually has the most stress, I would say. Molly. Oh my God, Molly.
Oh my God, Molly! Oh my God, Molly! Oh my God, Molly!
So that we have a lot of pitch change here. So really play with that and feel that when you're working on this.
Oh my God, Molly! Oh my God, Molly! Oh my God, Molly!
One mistake my students sometimes make is they don't have enough pitch change to sound totally natural. We have quite a bit of pitch change. We have quite a big range that we use when speaking.
Oh my God, Molly! Oh my God, Molly! Oh my God, Molly! What's it been?
What's it been? What's it been? Stress on been, and then the intonation comes down. This is not a yes/no question. What's it? Both said quickly. What's it? What's it? What's it?
What's it been?
You can definitely think of that as a schwa. What's it? Linking right into the I vowel. What's it? Then we have a stop T because the next word begins with a consonant. And been, please note, you see EE, but it is the I vowel as in sit. What's it been?
What's it been? What's it been? What's it been? 14 years?
14 years? Now this is a yes/no question. Has it been 14 years, yes or no? So the intonation is going up. Let's write out the word 14. So teen words, the official pronunciation is with stress on the second syllable, which makes this a true T. And that's part of how we hear it as something different than 40, which has a flap T.
14 years?
14 years, but I'm actually hearing that more stress on the first syllable. 14 years. And even though the official pronunciation is second syllable stress, I do hear first syllable stress quite a bit, especially if you're counting. 13, 14, 15. But the point is, because the official pronunciation is second syllable stress, and a T will always be a true T when it starts a stressed syllable, this will have a true T. And that's how we hear it as a different number than 40. 14, 40. 14, or in this case, 14. 14 years.
14 years? 14 years? 14 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, really a lot of pitch change. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Time flies.
Time flies. One thought, one little idiom, and both words are stressed. They're both one syllable. So we have time flies. Both of those have that up-down shape of stress. And this T is a true T because it starts a stressed syllable. The ending S sound is a Z here. Flies, flies. Very weak ending Z sound. Flies.
Time flies. Time flies. Time flies. You have not changed.
You have not changed. So we're stressing you, the person she's meeting. You have not changed. And then also the word not. She thinks he seems like he did 14 years ago.
You have not changed. You have not changed. You have not changed.
Even though the word is stressed, we still have a stop T. Not changed, because the next word begins with a consonant.
Not changed. Not changed. Not changed.
Changed. This word looks interesting when we write it out in IPA. The CH, ch, the A diphthong, changed. N consonant, and then the J consonant. CH is written TSH, and its pair, the J sound, is written with the D and the J symbol. Change. And then we have to add another D at the end for the ED ending. Changed. I just love how that looks. I don't know. There's just so many letters in IPA. You know, here we have one letter representing a J sound, which is written in IPA with two symbols. Here we have one letter, the letter A, representing one sound, the A diphthong, written with two letters. Changed. But then here we have ED, which represents just one sound, the D consonant. Changed.
Changed. Changed. Changed.
Neither have you.
Neither have you. Neither. Okay, this pronunciation, neither, can be I as in by, diphthong, neither, like it is here, or it can also be E, neither. You'll hear both in American English.
Neither have you. Neither have you. Neither have you.
He does I as in by, then we have the voiced TH. Neither. Your tongue tip does need to come out. Just peek out from your teeth for this sound. Neither. Neither. And the schwa R ending, unstressed. Neither of you. And then stress on you. The word have. Let's listen to it.
Neither have. Neither have. Neither have.
Neither have. I feel like I am hearing an H. Schwa V said very quickly. By the way, the H is optional. We drop the H in have when it's unstressed quite a bit, so it could have been neither of. Neither of. Neither of you. I think that's how I would probably say it, but here I am hearing a little bit of an H. Neither have. Neither have. But the whole point is it's not have. There's no up-down shape. There's no full vowel. It's have. Neither have. Neither have you.
Neither have you. Neither have you. Neither have you. I recognized you immediately.
I recognized you immediately. So we have a couple longer words here, and they are stressed, but only one of the syllables is stressed. I recognized you immediately. So on the first long word, it's first syllable stress, and on the second one, it's second syllable stress. I recognized you.
I recognized you immediately. I recognized you immediately. I recognized you immediately.
So we have an ed ending here, which makes the D sound in this case. Recognized you, followed by the word you. So these two sounds will sometimes combine to make a J sound, J. I recognized you. I'm not really sure if I'm hearing that.
I recognized you. I recognized you. I recognized you.
I think it is sort of more of a D and a Y consonant. Recognized you instead of a J consonant. But that is something you will hear quite a bit. Ending D, next word you, and that changes the word you to Jew.
I recognized you. I recognized you. I recognized you immediately.
Recognized you immediately. Do you notice we have a stop T there? Immediately. That's because the next sound is an L. You see the letter E, but there is no vowel between these two sounds. It's T and then L-I ending, making immediate an adverb, describing the recognition, the verb, immediately. Immediately. So that's going to be a stop T.
Immediately. 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 I just couldn't bring back your name.
I just couldn't bring back your name. 3 stressed words there. I just couldn't bring back. And then the noun has the most stress here. Your name.
I just couldn't bring back your name. I just couldn't bring back your name. I just couldn't bring back your name.
So let's talk about a pronunciation here. Just. That's not fully pronounced, is it? It's so fast, these two words together. The T is totally dropped. That's really common in this word when it's followed by a consonant like it is here. It's just so fast.
I just couldn't bring back your name.
I just couldn't bring back. Couldn't bring. No T. Just the N right into the B. No stop, no break. You probably know the L in could is always silent, so forget about that. I just couldn't bring. I just couldn't bring
back your name.
Bring back your name. So the K, such a light release there. The word your, reduced. It's your. Said so quickly. Just think Y, R, extremely fast. Your name.
Your name. Your name. Your name. I don't really have a head for names.
I don't really have a head for names. Okay, a couple stressed words here. I don't. And man, do I hear a T? I think there's a tiny little lift there to make me feel a stop T. Otherwise, it would be don't really. I don't really. And I would do that often, but here he's stressing it, and I don't think the N is attaching all the way to the R. I do think there's a little lift there. I don't really
have a head for names.
Then we have stress on head, ahead. So really have these 3 words all said fast, all said quickly, connected to each other. Really have a head. Really have a head. Head. Longer, up down shape of stress. Really have a flatter, shorter. Have a head.
Really have a head for names.
For names. Then 2 more words. 1 reduced, 4 becomes fur, and it's said really quickly, fur. And it attaches right onto our stress syllable names. And the ending S here is a very weak ending Z. For names.
No worries. It's good to see you.
No worries. So we have stress on no. No worries. Also stress on worries. And because she's going up at the end, the shape of the stress syllable, rather than being up, down, is down, up. No worries. And everything is linking together really smoothly with no breaks. Again, the ending S is a weak ending Z.
No worries.
IPA, worries, we have W, and then it's the as in bird vowel followed by R. And those two sounds in American English blend together just to make one single R sound. Whir, worries. And then the unstressed syllable E-Z, worries. Or in this case, worries.
Worries, worries, worries. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. So this is a phrase we would use a lot when we've met somebody that we weren't expecting to. We run into them somewhere and we're parting ways. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
You could also say it like, let's say you have dinner with a friend. When you're leaving, you could give that friend a hug and say, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Good and see stressed. It's good to see you. E and are stressed vowels here. The word to, reduced, good. So when we have to coming after a word that ends with a D, it's pretty common to drop the T altogether and just add a schwa. Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
You too.
You too. You too. So to is the stress word and you is just leading up to it. You too. And then we have our pitch change. So this word T-O-O never reduces. Always true T, oo vowel. This word T-O often reduces. True T schwa or flap T schwa or dropped T schwa.
You too. You too. You too.
Let's listen to the whole conversation again.
Are you Brandon Hemmings?
Yeah? You look familiar.
I'm Molly Fisher. We went to high school together.
Oh my God, Molly! What's it been? 14 years?
Yeah, time flies. You have not changed.
Neither have you. I recognized you immediately. I just couldn't bring back your name. I don't really have a head for names.
No worries. It's good to see you.
You too.